Good evening, everyone. Well, Amina here again. It's greeting you. Good morning to you because we have a time difference. In your end, if you're in Africa or in Dubai or United States or in Europe, it is morning to you. Here in Australia, it is evening. Now we are almost end of 2023. So this is a warning to all gold buyers and small trader. The price of gold, it varies day to day. 3 days ago the price was 67,700, then become 68, then become 65, 64. So don't bank on it because the price of gold, it fluctuates day to day. This is an update in order for the world market or the world buyer to understand that gold is not CIF. The meaning of CIF, it cost insurance and freight only. It wouldn't work. Gold is cash business. This is cash. There is no credit. Why are we gonna give you credit on the money? Gold is money versus your paper money. Your paper money has no value if there is no supply on your business. So, you need the gold in order to operate your business. Why gold so important to the world market? Why? There's a lot of reason. Gold in Africa, gold can be produced to make into $1, $2. Gold can make into full estate. Gold can make into spare parts on mobile phone. Gold can make into industrial. Gold can make into gold bullion, which is 99.99. So Africa produced the raw materials like bauxite, like iron, cocoa, peanuts, gas, diamond, gold. So we are focusing on gold and diamond. Now you're gonna see what is the role of Wilhelmina. That is a very good question. Wilhelmina is the extensions of the Sala. I was the one who introduced this, Mr. Bayer, because you were been running around and you were being cheated by scrupulous offer online. Today we are now on the social media, Mr. Bayer. You will never see a huge and extensive platform on YouTube and on Facebook except this lady. Wilhelmina, based in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. I am the extension of the seller. This is my virtual office. My virtual office opens 7 days a week. You can shop into my platform. You can search gold on YouTube. My video pop up into your screen. You go on platform on Facebook, the more very extensive. You can see the proof that what I have done to the buyer, I brought the buyer to Africa. I brought the buyer to Conakry. I brought the buyer to Mali. I brought the buyer to Sierra Leone in order to assist to get the gold and diamond. But first of all, how you are able to secure properly. Our full corporate offer is already in front of you. Very, very extensively. You need to read it. You need to digest it and analyze whether you are able to meet the criteria or not. If you don't meet the criteria, meaning to say you don't have the cash, because this is cash business. Now, after you read on this full corporate offer in front of you, you need to send a letter of interest called L.O.I. That L.O.I will signify that you are a buyer. Without L.O.I, you will never get the supply. There are so many offer on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. They don't even introduce themselves. Mr. Buyer, nice meeting you. This is Walamina. Don't you know that? You've been roaming around. Everybody knows me. The people from Dubai knows me. Right. But they are still running around thinking they can get gold cheap price. Mr. Buyer, you wouldn't get gold cheap price. Don't you know the price today is 66 already? And then you're gonna ask, bring the gold to my destination, no upfront fee. To me, Mr. Buyer, you are scrupulous. No one will believe you. Do not underestimate Africa. Do not. Why Russian mining company is in Africa positioning themselves, getting the gold in order to refine into 99.99. Why Australian mining company is in Mali? Why Canadian and Russian mining company is in Conakry? Why? Why this Canadian and German company, they are all over Africa. Why? Because the government invited them to mine their asset in order to exchange infrastructure. The big company, they were given tax incentive. And you, as a small trader, you buy the gold from us plus government sales tax. Right, because you're a trader, you're a small trader, you buy 10 or 20 kilos. Then you resell it to your own customer of 2%, you get the profit. You are buying wholesale from us. You are not buying through a scrupulous joker broker. You are buying directly to the main producer, which is my seller. I am the extension Mr. Buyer, and I have the power to reject you. And I have the power to give you a very good pricing. Very good. Our selling price is 8%, LBMA less 8%. Don't bank on it. Don't panic, because Wilhelmina is a very kind and generous. In order for you to convince Wilhelmina, you need to produce who you are. You need to produce a copy of your business registration. You need to produce your importation license. You need to show me your passport copy. You need to show that you have $1,000,000 a bank statement. Why? That bank statement signify that you are serious buyer. I would not ask that until you read first the full corporate offer in front of you. When you read it, you digest it, okay? Then that is the time you send me an email, or you send it by WhatsApp, or come on conference on Skype. I'm always open. I start to open my virtual office 9 o'clock in the morning Australian Standard Time until midnight Australian time, which is in the morning, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because we have a time difference. Today, in your end, is good morning. Here in Australia, my time is already evening. It's already 9 o'clock in the evening. So I'm very, very patient. I'm very considerate. Now let's talk about the price of gold. You're gonna say, well, Amina, I searched on YouTube, I found your video. Last night I have a conference, he's a Filipino, live in Dubai. And he came to chat with me. He doesn't know how to introduce himself. And his number appear, he's from Dubai. So I told him that my name is not Hello. You already saw me, maybe you already found me on my YouTube. So I told him that I want to talk to you on both him because he live in Dubai. So when I was talking to him, he is a broker to Dubai. Originally, he is from the Philippines. He works in Dubai. So I educated him properly. And he was being offered, his boss offered very cheap. And he wanted to travel to Conakry. And I said to him, read first the full corporate offer. Don't be excited. Because I'm telling you, when you travel to Conakry, I'm telling you, you are going to fail if you are not properly guided. And you need to read the extensive full corporate offer before your buyer make a decision. This is what I told this Filipino broker. Mhm. And he said, "Are you a Filipina?" I said, "Yes. I was born in the Philippines. Yes. But I'm Australian citizen." Mhm. So I'm Mrs. Ford. My name is Wilhelmina Ford. So any one of you, when you search on YouTube and when you found my video, act as a professional. Act, because if you come on conference, if you send me a message on WhatsApp or on my Facebook or Skype, and you don't know how to introduce yourself, you are considered as a time waster. This is $1 million you are buying, Mr. Buyer. You should act professionally. You should, because you are dealing with big company here. Wilhelmina has the power to reject you. Wilhelmina will interview you. When you come for conference on Skype or WhatsApp or Facebook, my question is, how did you get my number? And then you're gonna say, oh, on Facebook. Did you read it? Not really. Better go back and read again. Mhm. And then you're gonna say, oh, well, Amina, I found you on your YouTube video. Did you really comprehend? Did you click below? The full corporate offer is on every video. And you're gonna say, not really, go back and read, because I don't have time to teach you. I don't have time to educate you. Mr. Buyer, there is no such broker explaining to you like this, none whatsoever. There is no such seller explaining to you like this. I was hired by the company produce gold in Africa. I was hired. I'm not an ordinary broker. I have experience in marketing for 36 years. I was the one who introduced this. I tell the world that Africa is the main source of precious mineral. When I was in Sierra Leone and Mali and Conakry, the hotel that I stayed owned by Chinese. And you are a small timer thinking you can get the gold and bring it to Dubai without any payment. To me, you're scrupulous. I'm telling you, you will never get the gold from us if you don't know how to introduce yourself. I was the one who introduced this because I'm trying to clean the bad image of Africa. Most of the smuggler and scrupulous buyer are the one who ruin Africa. And also the seller is also ruining their country. Why? When the seller offer you, Mr. Buyer, cheap price, think about it. Gold is money you're buying. Why this scrupulous offering you 35, 42, 46? Would you believe that? And the price of gold today is almost 2,100 per ounce. And January, middle of January, there is a prediction. I always read Kitco.com. Their prediction that the gold will turn to 1,300. Middle of 2024. Now, I'm urging you, Mr. Buyer, think about it. Do not prolong, because the price of gold is getting higher and higher and higher. You will never get a cheap price. This is the world asset you're buying. There is a value on it. This morning, I just rejected an American. He went to Ghana. He was offered cheap price. What happened? Disaster. Mhm. And then he asked me to bring to United States, and I told him, why should I bring gold to United States and we don't know you? Mhm. And he lost money, and I told him, whose fault is that? It's yours, because your eyes is bigger than the profit. And the seller will say, okay, this is my price, I don't care. Now, Mr. Buyer, listen to this woman. Listen to Wilhelmina. Our selling price, less 8% LBMA. Whatever the price of the world market of the day, less 8% and tax included. You don't pay taxes. The tax is already on the price. So when you resell it, you still get the profit, because 8% you resell it to Dubai. The refinery can buy from you of 1% or even 1.5%. You get the profit. So that's not my job to teach you on how much profit you are going to get. You need to plan, just like when you build a house. You need to have an architect. You need to plan the house before you erect the house. Buying gold, you need to plan. Do you have money to pay? Where are you going to deliver? Who is your buyer to receive the gold? Something like that. Because Wilhelmina would not teach you. Wilhelmina is here to tell the world, we have the gold, right? The carat is 23. The purity is from 96, 97, 98. It depends on every bar. So, Mr. Buyer, does anybody explain to you like this? None whatsoever. This is the only person who explained thoroughly because I want to help you. I want you to make profit. We are here to sell to you a very good price because my head office produced gold from his mine. Now, Mr. Buyer, you're gonna say, oh, too expensive, Wilhelmina. That's right. You're buying expensive item. Yes. But this expensive item is money. Yes. And when you resell it, when you refine it, you make money. Why Australian mining company is in Africa? Australian mining company is in Mali. Positioning. Why? The government is giving them tax incentive. Why Russians are in Burkina Faso? Why Russian is in Conakry buying bauxite? Because Africa is the main source of precious mineral. Why Chinese are everywhere in Africa? Why? The hotel that I stayed in Conakry owned by Chinese. The hotel that I stayed in Mali owned by Chinese. Mhm. Why? Why are you scared, Mr. Buyer? I'm a woman. I travel by myself. I accompany the buyer. I don't have any security guard. Once you're gonna be invited by the seller, you are exclusively guest of my head office. Now you're gonna say, well, Amina, too expensive. Don't panic. Well, Amina is very kind and generous. Now, Mr. Buyer, when I travel with you, I do charge my services to accompany you in order to get what you are really getting. I am going to travel with you to assist you, to guide you on the ground from the beginning to the end. You're gonna say how many days I'm going to stay, Wilhelmina. To stay in Africa, whether I'll place you to Conakry or Sierra Leone or Mali, takes 8 working days. Why? When you transfer your payment, it would take 3 working days bank to bank. The most important, before you travel, we're gonna have a contract. The full corporate offer is in front of you. Read it. Then you come back to Wilhelmina. You send me your credential. Then we will send you a confirmation of your order. 20 kilos, 100 kilos, 50 kilos. Then you will see the company profile of my seller. Then we will send you the contract. You review the contract. When we send you the contract, you have to send me a copy of your business registration, importation license, passport copy, and the proof of fund to signify that you are serious. Then I will advise the head office that I have reviewed your credential. Then my head office will send you a confirmation of your order. The seller will send you a contract with the mining license of the seller, company profile the seller, etc., etc. So we are building our business relationship, Mr. Buyer, because of Wilhelmina. I am very thorough and I would not allow you to travel without me. It doesn't matter if he is my seller. African sellers are very hard to deal with. But if I am with you because the seller believe me, the seller trust me because I work with them, the seller will say, yes, Wilhelmina, we will give your buyer a leeway. Now, I am charging you my travel expenses to assist you, to cover all my expenses. In return, Mr. Buyer, instead of 8%, in return, I am going to give you 10 or 12%. But you need to convince me. Why I have to give you? Because I charge you my services. Today, we are almost ending 2023. My charge is $20,000, Mr. Buyer. Yes. On 2025, I would also increase my services. When the price of gold is high, I would also increase. Why? The airfare, hotel accommodation, and my travel expenses is not cheap. But in return, Mr. Buyer, in return, you will make money. I'm telling you. You will make money. You will not be in business if you don't make money. I will make you money. I will make you rich. But you have to follow the golden policy of the seller. Okay, Mr. Baya? Now, you're going to say, Wilhelmina, in Africa, there's so many scammer. Okay, there's so many scammer. You're one of the scammer. Why? You've been running around thinking the gold will come to you. The gold will not come to you. The gold cannot leave the country of origin without certificate of clearance, without ownership, without assay report, without custom clearance. It says here. It says on the full corporate offer, I put everything. And impossible you would not understand. Impossible. Now, you're gonna say, well, Amina, I want to buy gold in Mali. Yes, Mali tons of gold. The tax in Mali is 7%. The tax in Conakry, 6.5. The tax in Sierra Leone, 6.5. But when you buy through us, because you're paying my services, you save the tax. In every bar, the tax is $4,000 per kilo. 4,500. Mm-hmm. So our selling price, tax included. So you're a winner at the end of the day. Think about it. You're gonna see how. How, Wilhelmina? You are not paying taxes because our selling price is tax included. The tax is already there on the price. So let's say the price today, I'm gonna go back to the world market just so that you will understand, Mr. Baya. Okay? The price of gold today, okay, is 2,021.2 per ounce. Okay? So, at the moment, the price is 65. Almost 65. 64,983. So, almost 65. Now, we are now on December 6. So, we are almost end of 2023. You're gonna say, well, Amina, do you think I'm gonna get the profit? Yes, guaranteed you will make a profit. Why? On 8%, your profit per kilo is 5,300 per kilo. If you're gonna resell it to your customer in Dubai or in America, you always get the profit. But if I'll put you to Conakry or Sierra Leone or Mali, I will give you 13% because you are paying my services. So I have to renegotiate the discount for you in order to get more profit. So now your profit is $7,000 per kilo. Yes. Now you're gonna say, well, Amina, can you give me a leeway? So of course. Well, Amina, how many days that I'm going to stay in Sierra Leone or in Mali or Conakry? It depends on how fast your payment. From your end to the seller's bank account, it would take 3 working days because you have a time difference. Right. So, after the clearance of your payment, another 2 to 3 days to process the paperwork. And the gold has to be assay. Now, if you want to get the gold in Mali, yes, in Mali there are 3 or 4 refinery. Marina, KMR, DNGM, Russian refinery, they are now building right now because they wanted more gold in Mali. Mali is the 3rd largest gold producer in West Africa. Conakry is the 4th gold and diamond producer in West Africa. Sierra Leone is the 5th country producing gold and rough diamond. So I would know which seller I'm going to place you. So you travel with Wilhelmina, you are safe because my seller is real. Wilhelmina is real. But when you come for conference, I want you to open your camera and I want you to introduce yourself that, hi Wilhelmina, this is Mr. So and so. I found your video on your YouTube. We are the buyer. Do not say that I have the buyer. You need to be transparent because if you come to conference with Wilhelmina, I'm going to reject you because we want to know the buyer himself whether he is real or not because it requires the buyer to be transparent. The buyer has to be transparent and show his business registration in order for us to believe that he is a buyer. You will not be scammed, Mr. Buyer, until you prove that you are a buyer. You will be scammed by scrupulous offer when you are also scrupulous. Because that scrupulous offer, they are going to cheat you. I refrain using the word scam. Scam means he's going to lie you. You're also a liar because you wanted more profit. Mr. Buyer, be contented. On the first trial, you wouldn't get much profit. But when you continue getting the supply, at the end of the year, I can guarantee you, you will get 80% of your investment. You put your money in the bank. How much is the interest? Lucky if you get 2.5%. Lucky. I deposit my money in the bank. My my uh, my profit is only point 0.10. Everybody here in Australia, we deposit our money in the bank. We don't keep money in the house. Here in Australia, we buy is paperless, card. But if you don't have money in the card, you cannot purchase anything. Right. So in Australia, we don't get paper money anymore. Cash. Swipe the card, swipe. The card will only say approve when there is money. And if you have been declined, so therefore you don't have the money. Gold is money, Mr. Baya. Can you see the logic, my explanation, Mr. Baya? Right. Mr. Baya, I think I already explained to you. So go on the world market. Always look at the price of gold, less 8% tax included. Now, I have a bonus for you. I just finished talking to my head office last night. If you make an order of 50 kilos, we will consider you will not paying insurance and logistic if 50 kilos. And we will ship the gold to your destination. But before we're gonna give you this bonus, you have to place an order, as I've said to you a few minutes ago. We will send you a contract. We will stipulate how many quantity on the first trial 50, second 100, third 500, fourth 1 ton. Yes, you will get a very good price. Because of me, you owe me a favor at the end of the day. Okay? So, as I've said to you, our selling price less 8% tax included. And when I travel with you, because I'm charging you my services, I will consider to give you 10 to 12% out of the price of the world market. And I will ask my head office, let's give the buyer an incentive. Yeah? To pay the logistic and insurance. But you're gonna say, well, let me know how it works. That's a very good question. You come to the office, inspect the gold, your order, you bring your gold analyzer at the same time, you check the gold into the office, and then when you're happy, we will assay the gold to KMR if you want. We will assay the gold to the Central Bank of Conakry. We will assay the gold to GGO I will be the one to determine which seller I'm going to put you upon my satisfaction. Right. Then when you make a deposit, because the gold cannot leave the building without your deposit. I'm with you, so don't worry. So you deposit maybe 10 to 20%. Mhm. Transfer money bank to bank, because your payment will show that you did pay the partial deposit, and it will reflect the cash inflow. Mhm. So upon verifying your deposit, the balance, because while the paperwork will be processed, your deposit will be used to process the documentation, and your deposit will use that to pay taxes. Mhm. So when the payment will verify and confirm the balance before the gold leave the country of origin, the balance again has to be transferred into the seller's bank account. So I'm gonna be with you on the ground in order to monitor. So you're gonna say, "Oh well, Amina, I want to use Brinks." There is no Brinks in Mali. There is only MS Logistic. The headquarter is in Dubai. So if you are from Dubai, Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone, MS Logistic Shipping Company, they have branches. Right. So if you buy a small quantity, you can hand carry, it's up for you. And it's better for you to listen to this video, read the full corporate offer, then come back to Alamina. Don't rush, because you're investing $1 million here. Mhm. Don't rush. Don't believe on joker broker online floating around from LinkedIn, floating around from Facebook, floating around from WhatsApp. Don't believe on the cheap offer. You are going to fail. There's a guy, I think he is from South Africa. He said he has a difficulty getting the real supplier. And I told him, you're from South Africa. You should know that the gold is not giveaway. South Africa, they're selling 3%. And most of you asking no upfront. You are not a buyer. You are a smuggler. You are going to leverage. You are going to leverage this. You have to put the money first. Then you sell it to your customer. Then you make profit. Come back after you read the full corporate offer. If you have a lot of question, come back for conference. If you are from Dubai, download button. I want to see you. I want to meet you. I want to see you live video conference. If you are from America or in Asia, download Skype. If you're in America, download Skype. Only Dubai would not allow Skype and WhatsApp. Download button if you are from Dubai. You got my point? Thank you very much, Mr. Baya. As I've said to you, we are almost end of 2023. Okay? Once again, gold is to protect the inflation. You're buying gold for your protection. Gold is a tax haven by the rich people, the rich big corporation. Right. If you are a gold trader wanting to be involved in gold business, you need to have a capital. You need to have a capital at least $500,000. Now I will consider you 5 kilos, but you have to show me that you have 400 or $500,000. Without that, I wouldn't believe it. And we don't sell 1 kilo. We don't give sample. This is money you're buying. Why we gonna give you sample? There's no way that you will be given sample. Even my seller would not give me his gold. Yeah, there was a buyer that I took him to the office. He's buying diamond. He likes the diamond. He's from Europe, and he's a young guy. He sent the diamond to his investors in Antwerp, and the investor love it. And he is a gemologist, huh? And he paid my services. And he said to me, "Well, Amina, I want you to bargain the diamond." I did. I did bargain, not knowing that he has only €10,000. Mhm. So I've given him a really good price, and I squeezed my head office to give this guy a good price. The price of the diamond during the time was $2,000 per carat. So we give the buyer 1,500 per carat, the best stone. So when we are negotiating, still he wants to negotiate, and he asked me to guarantee him. So my head office, the CEO, was very kind and generous. He said, "Yeah, we can give you the diamond, but Wilhelmina's passport and ticket has to be kept in the office." He's my seller, huh? And I said, "No, I don't give anybody a guarantee. I don't give a damn. You must be honest." So he has only 10,000 euro, right? And I told this guy, at least you meet us, you meet my head office, you were been scam in Mozambique. Mhm. Because Mozambique is also very strict. So the 10,000 euro, we return it to him intact because of me. So I said to my head office, okay, I would not guarantee this young man. He was begging me that he will come back. I said, no, I don't believe it. What happened if the diamond arrive in Antwerp and you disappear, and I'm gonna be stuck in Conakry? I don't think so. I don't give anybody a damn. I don't give a shit to anybody. Doesn't matter. You pay me. That was my services to accompany you. So I told the buyer, in spite of that, you enjoy with my company. I entertain you. I babysit you. But you were not honest enough. But your 10,000 euro, we return it with the envelope with my driver and me. And I said to this young man, thank you for trusting Wilhelmina. Here's your 10,000 euro. Enjoy the day. And let's go out for dinner. Let's go and tour around. You are still my friend. But in business, there is no friend. But to me, I am your mother. That's why they call me Mother of Gold. And you know what this young man? And he said to me, I admire you, Mrs. Ford, because I lost already money. And I said to him, you were not being guided. And I don't want to lose your money. Here's your 10,000 euro. Who is going to do that? Me. Because I love to help both buyers and seller. I want to remove the stigma, the bad reputation, who ruin the image of Africa, both buyers and seller. So that is the reason why, Mr. Buyer, deal with us. Come with Wilhelmina. I'll take you to Africa at any time before end of 2023. Come with me. Tell me how much money you have. Then I can renegotiate. I'm sure you will get the profit. Don't tell me that you don't have a profit. And before I'm gonna close, when I was in Dubai, I met a German guy. He always come to me, and also from Netherlands. He met me in Jibora Hotel, and also this guy from Nigeria. They're all bullshit buyer to me. They are sucking my information, and they travel to Sierra Leone. They travel to Kampala. What happened? Disaster. I told them that don't travel. You need to be transparent. You need to be honest with you. Disaster. What happened? They're ashamed. I sent them a message. How is your trip? Oh, well, I was being scammed. No, you were not being scammed. You were being asking cheap price. You are one of the scammer. That's what I told them. Mr. Buyer, my message to everyone. This message is open to the world. Don't muck around with Africa. Why this Russian company signing a contract with Mali? They are opening refinery, getting gold. Why this Australian mining company? They are in Conakry, Sierra Leone, and Mali. Why? Why this Canadian are in Africa? And you're a small trader. You think you can outsmart Africa. Africa is very wise this time because they lose income. You are ripping off Africa, Mr. Buyer, if you are scrupulous. I'm sorry to tell you, I have to be honest. Don't rip off yourself. You need to have a capital before you buy this precious mineral. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening. Thank you. I shall see you before end of 2023.